Okay, here we go. I've been away from playing Battlegrounds for about 2 years. And when I logged on the other day, my score was almost 0. And to be honest with you, I'm going to have to relearn the entire game. You can see I used to play a real lot. I used to hover right around 7,000 MMR, maybe a little bit below, but right around there. Won a lot of games, played a lot. But over the last 2 years, I'm going to have to start completely over, relearn the game, relearn the new heroes, the new spells, the new minions, the new meta and new strategy. It's like I'll be starting over from scratch. That's basically how I feel. Okay. Here we go. I'm back to Battlegrounds again for the first time in 2 years. Gonna have to relearn the game. So we've got beasts, demons, elementals, pirates, and quillboar. You know what I'm thinking? I'm going to focus on maybe 2 or 3 card types at a time. So I think I'll focus on demons, the undead, and maybe elementals, and take it really slow as I have to relearn the game again. I have watched Kriparian play, and I saw how he mentioned that the beasts are by far the strongest. But I mean, the beasts were also the strongest 2 years ago. So I guess they're still the strongest, but
good luck out there, friend.
I'm going to take it very slow. My goal for this season is going to be 5,000 MMR.
Cannot win 'em all.
And some of you are thinking, well, oh, that's way too low. I know. I've got to relearn the game completely. Because like in the last 2 years, I probably played 100 different games, worked on maybe 500 videos, and the spiritual warfare has been so difficult, I can't even put it into words. I can't even begin to try to explain it. So yeah, 5,000 MMR for the first season is cool with me. The second season, maybe 6,000. And then the third season, you know, hopefully above 7,000. But let me try to relearn this.
Fresh set of minions for you.
So I warn you ahead of time, don't be laughing at all my mistakes. Now, you can laugh if you want. It's all good. I wanted to talk to you about something very specific in this video. And that topic is how humanity is literally falling apart. One of the best signs that we are in the end times is as you watch videos on the internet, you can see, I mean, you can get a tiny glimpse at just some of the levels of how we're falling apart as a society.
You really are good at this game.
I'll share with you almost every single night in the USA, either a Major League Baseball team or an NBA basketball team or a football team, hockey team, or a college team has a major fight. A fight where everybody leaves the benches and comes onto the court or the field or the baseball diamond. It's almost every single night. Buy 3 minions. That's pretty easy. All right, let's keep life simple until I can get a little bit better. The game has given me a little bit of demon synergy, so let's just roll with it. Now, is there a better biblical term to say that the world is falling apart? Yeah. It's God's curse. You could read a lot about God's curse in the book of Deuteronomy and other locations too. But what we're really talking about is every year that passes by, God's curse is getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
Don't look now, but you're in the lead.
Okay. So we're going to need to taunt that demon right there to make sure he dies every battle. So if we get a chance, I'll try to taunt him.
You showed them.
I am making some mistakes for sure as I'm coming back to the game for the first time in over 2 years. It's really interesting what the Lord did. After 2 years, he brought me back to Battlegrounds and brought me back to World of Warcraft, where I'm trying to get gear for my priest and for my hunter. I know some of you play the same game month after month, year after year, but with me, Jesus does it the exact opposite. He is constantly changing the games I play. And like, there's no time to be playing bad games. I already quit the Suicide Squad, which I'm going to make a video about. I'm not playing Hearthstone until they nerf the Demon Hunter. I'm not going to go through that busted deck. Like, there's no time. I mean, child of God, your time is valuable. And if the devs don't want to nerf Demon Hunter, then goodbye to the game until they do. Yeah, I gotta get that demon to die. Wow, okay. You know, for the developers to nerf Paladin, which was fine, nerf Shaman a little bit,
Oh, what a thrill!
nerfing Warrior a little bit, all of that's wonderful, and it really helped the game. But they left Demon Hunter untouched. They left Sith Mage untouched. What more evidence do you need that the world is falling apart when professional game developers do not have a clue on how to balance their own games? In other words, just look at gaming. The fact that they can't balance any of the games is a small sign of how the world is falling apart. There we go. So we're still looking to taunt that demon if we get a chance. Now you might be thinking, well, Garrett, you can't use gaming as a sign that the world is falling apart. Yes, you can. Have you seen the people screaming in their bedrooms, smashing their monitors, busting up their tables, screaming at family members who come through the door, breaking their mouses and gaming controllers? Have you seen the videos? You can use gaming and some of the fruit of it as a sign to show that not only are we in the end times, but the curse of God is getting worse and worse and worse, which is exactly what the Bible talks about. Okay. Not much we can do here.
Better minions.
We could put that on. We could put that on the demon, maybe. Or gamble here. We could take the banner board and get a 1+1 on its neighbors.
Good call. I've got better ones in the back. Tear this place apart!
Wow, this build is, I mean, like, we're really struggling here. But we have upgraded the tavern at least a few times. So let's get to 5 and 6. Try to get the fell bat and see if we can fix this. There are videos all over. Well, I used to call it Twitter, but if you want to call it X or whatever, I don't know what their name is. All over showing people beating up one another, even to death, or putting them in comas. In other words, men and women are losing their tempers. They're losing total control of themselves in the blink of an eye. Okay, yeah, we got to get this demon to die so we can... All right. So it'll probably take me about 30 games to relearn Battlegrounds again. You know, something like that, to try to get good again.
You cannot win them all.
Okay, we can taunt him if we want to. Okay, I'm starting to feel better about this now. So now we just need to get a build. Yeah, see, like, these are all brand new cards. I'm trying to figure out, what did the developers do with the demon build here? So you're going to see some mistakes. I'm sorry, but just laugh. You can laugh while I cry. Yeah. Like, you really good players, like, you know exactly what to do here, and I don't.
That's sure to crack a
So
few
we need to
skulls.
damage our hero to buff these guys.
There she blows.
Yeah, we kind of need that one, right? I don't even know the names of the cards.
Poor unfortunate soul.
But I'm having fun, though. I mean, Battlegrounds is cool. Crip was saying that the beasts are broken and they're busted and it's so unfair. It's probably true.
All eyes are on you, champion.
There we go. Okay, so we're starting to get a tiny build here. Okay, it landed on him. Okay. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, what is God's curse? God cursed the world. And if you have ears to hear, he cursed our solar system. And if you have been studying, and I hope you have been, he cursed our galaxy. And if you have ears to hear, God cursed our universe. Our universe is cursed and everything inside. And this was done thousands of years ago. And it is my belief that every year that passes by, the curse is getting worse and worse, all the way until the end. And a very simple way of explaining this is humanity is completely falling apart. Okay. Only a couple of us have gone demons. So if we can find the fell bat on tier 6, that would be cool. Now, what are some of the signs of the curse? Cancer, headaches, tumors, colds and flus, being paralyzed, fear, anxiety, lust, depression, suicide, addictions, drugs. Right there is a tiny, microscopically small example of what God's curse is. Okay, where does it land? Okay, that's good. There we go. We've got 43 health. We have only about 1/3 of a build because I don't know how to do it too well.
You won't regret this.
Got to relearn what to do. Give 4/4 to each type. Like, it might take a few games to learn all these spells. I think we will use the coin because we're really looking for a fell bat. Choose a minion, get a different type. Okay. What are some more examples of the curse? Babies being born deformed. Babies being born dead. Divorce. Alcoholism. Fighting, screaming, raging, anger, frustration, short-temperedness. Alcoholism, I'm not sure if I said that, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the board. These are all signs of God's curse. And they're definitely getting worse and worse. If you're thinking that they're not, I'll share with you a story after this fight. Yeah, there's nothing I can do here. We need to get the fell bat and get some better demons. Okay. We're doing okay. We just got to get a build going. 8-8 on the demon. That might be okay. Although we need a fell bat so badly. I think we're really stuck until we find a fell bat. I'm not sure if some of you would take that spell or not. Yeah, like it might take a few games to learn all these cards and spells.
Make sure you pick the right
Wow.
one.
I can gamble here.
That'll add
Like-
a bit of spice.
There we go. We gambled. Look at that. That's grace from God right there. You might be thinking, well, Garrett, God has nothing to do with your gaming. I'm afraid you made a mistake. God has everything to do with my gaming and your gaming too. Everything. A new hero power might be cool. What can we find? Ooh, reborn? Okay, that's grace from God. I mean, that's a miracle. Although, maybe I exaggerated. Because when the demon comes back for the second time, he doesn't keep any of his enchantments. But hey, reborn is a lot better than nothing. For you children of God, God is involved in every single thing of your life, down to the microscopic level. All right. Now what we got to do is get rid of that quill boar and get one or two better demons on the team as fast as we can. Wow. Okay, we're doing okay. I'll share with you a story while I look for some better demons. Do you know, when my dad was growing up, when my dad was a teenager, it was so safe in Los Angeles. You heard me correctly, safe. It was so safe in LA that they used to leave the keys to their cars in the ignition overnight. And if that doesn't shock you enough, they didn't have to lock their front doors of their house.
Poor unfortunate soul.
This is just one generation ago, or you might want to say maybe a generation and a half. They didn't even have to lock their front doors. That's how safe society was in LA back then. Why am I sharing this with you? To show you that God's curse, his curses, are getting worse and worse every single year that passes by. Anything at all?
How's your warband looking?
Okay. You know what? Do we freeze?
Does this mean you're not in?
Okay. Yeah, that was a major mistake. Yeah, I don't know how to play. That card I just threw away would have brought back one of my demons with all of its enchants, right? Okay, so I'll just keep learning.
Don't look
we go. So, do I think that this is a good build? No. Do I think it's an average build? If the Fellbat was golden and I got rid of the Quillbore with a really good demon, that would be an average build. Right now it's below average. Let's see what happens. Looks like we're okay. Now, what can we do about the curse?
You showed them.
Humble ourselves before the Lord Jesus. We need a good card to help us finish our build here. Yeah, I think we keep playing those Fellementals, right?
That's sure to crack a few skulls.
Alright, so we got a tiny bit better here. We want to be humbling ourselves before God and clinging to Jesus as if our very lives depend on it. Because they do. Yeah, I really don't know. I can play a demon build a tiny bit. I'm going to have to learn this better.
Good call. I've got better ones in the back.
Do I want that one? Yeah, that was probably a mistake right there. Maybe not. Jesus and his death on the cross for us, for his chosen ones, is our grace. Living in this cursed world of God. Jesus is our hope. Ouch. Whoa. If we beat him, he's dead. Let's see what happens. I think... Okay. He's gone. So Jesus is our only hope, living in a world cursed by God, living in a galaxy cursed by God. By the way, if you wonder, why do I go galaxy-wide when I talk? Why do I go even greater than the galaxies? Hopefully you've been studying that we have spaceships that can leave our galaxy in 34 minutes. They're already been colonizing other galaxies. They already have been. That's why when I talk about God's curse and other topics, I go galaxy-wide and even greater. There we go. That's the card. That's a great card right there. Although I'm just barely learning what it does, but I guess it brings back the first demon that dies.
Does this mean you're not in?
So we want our taunt to die first. And if the taunt dies first, I'm going to be a lot harder to beat. Oh, hey, by the way, if you don't believe in the spaceships and the secret U.S. space program, the secret Russian, Israeli, England, Australia, their secret space programs. You just got to study more, that's all. You're just lacking information. It's not a big deal. You just got to study. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, I'm misplaying. You don't put the cultist first. You want to put him wherever, last. I'll try to get better over the next day or two. That's all we can do in life, just keep learning from our mistakes. I mean, what else can we do? What else would God expect of us? Let's just keep humbling ourselves, clinging to Jesus the best we can in this cursed world that is completely falling apart. Keep learning from our mistakes and rebuking our pride. Nothing? There's a lot of new cards. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can beat him right here. If not, we got some good options up there frozen. Hopefully we outscaled him. And by the way, I don't mind admitting I don't know how to scale these builds. I'm going to have to relearn. Because the cards are mostly different now. We wanted our taunt to die first, so that's really good right there. There we go. Okay, what can you say except praise God? Even with multiple mistakes, He sent grace. We found the fell bat. We found the cultist, even though I threw one away on an accident. And we won. So the goal this season is to get to 5,000 or more and keep life simple and don't put any pressure